Hello, in this lecture we talk about the story and the title of the great poem, The Knight in the Panther's Skin. So we start with the story. In a nutshell, the story of the great poem, The Knight in the Panther's Skin, is about the adventures of two knights, Tariel and Aftadil. Tariel is the protagonist of the poem, he is the knight that wears the tiger skin, and Aftadil is the chief of staff of the Arab armies. In the next step, I talk about the story of the great poem in detail. So the story of the great poem, The Knight in the Panther's Skin, can be divided into two parts. The first part is the search for Tariel, the protagonist of the poem. The second part is the search for Tariel's beloved, the standard Jan. So we start with the first part, the search for Tariel. One day, King Rostevan, who is the king of Arabia, goes to an hunting competition with Aftadil. Aftadil is the chief of staff of King Rostevan, who is the king of Arabia. During the competition, they take a break and they rest under a tree. And all of a sudden, they see a mysterious knight crying by a river. So King Rostevan wanted very much to know who is that mysterious knight. Therefore he sent slaves to contact the mysterious knight, but the mysterious knight reacts violently and kills all the slaves that were sent by King Rostevan in order to contact him, and then disappears. Tinatin is the only daughter of King Rostevan, and she loves Aftadil. Aftadil also loves Tinatin. So Tinatin asks from her beloved Aftadil to find the mysterious knight in 3 years, and in return she will marry him. So Aftadil goes to search the mysterious knight all over the world, and after 2 years and 9 months he finds the mysterious knight. The mysterious knight tells him that his name is Tariel, and he was the commander of India's fleet. And he also loves the standard Jan. The standard Jan is the daughter of Panther'S, who is the king of India. But the problem was that she was abducted, and from that point, Tariel sank into deep depression. He was always crying and sobbing, and he also secluded himself in a cave with only a maiden by his side. The name of the maiden is Asmat. Asmat helps Tariel to cope with the tragedy that he underwent. So Aftadil was very moved by the story of the mysterious knight Tariel, and therefore he becomes friend of Tariel and also promises Tariel to help him to find his beloved, the standard Jan. So this is the first part of the story, the search for Tariel. The second part of the story is the search for the standard Jan of Tariel's beloved. So in the second part, Aftadil searches the mysterious knight, and Aftadil searches the standard Jan, Tariel's beloved, and after a lot of searching and investigations, he finds out that the standard Jan was abducted by the Kajis. The Kajis are demons. So Aftadil, Tariel, and Pridon, who is the ruler of the city of Gazaza, go with 300 soldiers, go to the country of the Kajis in order to rescue the standard Jan from her captivity. But the problem is that the country of the Kajis is a fortress, and it is actually impossible to infiltrate to that fortress. The second problem is that the Kajis are very strong warriors, so it is actually impossible mission to rescue the standard Jan from her captivity by the Kajis. But against all the odds, the 300 soldiers, together with Tariel, Aftadil, and Pridon, did the unthinkable, that is to say, they succeeded to rescue the standard Jan from her captivity by the Kajis. The story has an happy ending in the sense that Aftadil marries Tinatin, and Tariel, the protagonist of the poem, marries his beloved, the standard Jan. So we finished to talk about the story of the great poem, The Knight in the Panther's Skin. In the next step, we'll talk about the title of the great poem. Actually, it is not clear if the animal in the poem is a panther or a tiger, so we assume that it is a tiger, and therefore the title of the red poem is The Knight in the Tiger's Skin. The knight is Tariel, the protagonist of the poem, that wears the tiger's skin. So here there is a particular chapter in the poem that talks about Tariel that kills a lion and the tiger. And the story of this particular chapter is as follows. One day Tariel sees a lion that was chasing after a tiger. So Tariel thought that the lion was going to kill the tiger, so in order to rescue the tiger, he kills the lion and then goes to the tiger to hug her. But the tiger was very angry on Tariel because of the fact that the lion and the tiger were not fighting, they were just playing a game. Therefore, the tiger starts to eat Tariel very strongly with its paws. So Tariel could bear no more the blows of the tiger, and therefore he eats back the tiger, and from one blow the tiger was killed. So actually it is a very tragic story because of the fact that Tariel risked his life in order to save the tiger from the lion. But at the end of the story, he is the one that killed it. It was not intentionally, but that is the matter of fact that he killed it. Therefore Tariel is very sorry about the fact that he killed the tiger, and he is also very angry on himself. And therefore he decides to wear the tiger skin. And again, the tiger skin is used by Tariel as a coat. So there are two reasons that Tariel wears the tiger skin. The first reason is because of the fact that it reminds him the tiger that he killed, that he loved so much. And the second reason is because of the fact that it's also a reminder for him, his beloved standard John, that was abducted twice. How come that the tiger's skin reminds him the standard John? Because of the fact that the face of the standard John is very similar to the face of the tiger. I repeat again, there are two reasons that Tariel wears the tiger's skin. The first reason is because of the fact that it reminds him of the tiger that he killed. And the second reason, it is also a reminder for him, his beloved standard John that was abducted twice. We know that the tiger's figure is a very important figure in the poem. How do we know it? Because of the fact that the title of the red poem is The Knight in the Tiger's Skin. The knight is Tariel that wears the tiger's skin. But the question is, why is the tiger's figure a very important figure in the poem? And the answer, so I mentioned before, because of the fact that the tiger's face was very similar to the standard John's face, Tariel's beloved. Okay, thank you very much.